And
Well, I apologize to you. My mic isn't working, so my voice won't be as smooth. Yeah, I didn't have anything that really particularly sticks to Earth Day directly, but I do have some pieces that speak out against discrimination and taking responsibility. And indeed, I am a lover of women, but more importantly, I'm a respecter of women. And so I have one piece that speaks to that also. So I'll get right into it. The first piece is called Rollerboy. The disco ball is in a slow rotation, emanating cascading showers of multicolored lights throughout the roller rink. I watched this black boy in full afro stand and then pirouette in the middle of the floor. He was majestic, floating, now surrounded within a swirl of skaters rolling on the hardwoods. He is as lovely as a swan enclosed within the reeds. Yet it seemed he was alone. Yes, it seemed we were alone, just he and I in loneliness. You see, them church folks say he gay. They say they know from the way that he has a sway in his hips. They say when kids leave him beaten, teased, and called names on schoolyards, it's just child's play. How could words hurt? But if words truly have no power, then why do they pray on Sundays? This was his introduction to judgment, this poor child. They wanted him to void his vibrancy, diminish his light, to train him to paint in faded silhouettes and muted rainbows, to have an invitation to hold shame and bury it forever. And although I never really knew you, I too was a Black boy who knew loneliness all too well. I wanted to scream, do not accept their version of you. And I tried to speak, but I could not utter a sound. It would be the last time that I ever left someone in need. Rollerboy, wherever you are in the world today, I want you to know that I thought of you every day since the day I saw you stand and then pirouette in the middle of the floor. You are majestic, floating, now surrounded within a swirl of skaters rolling on the hardwoods. You are as lovely as a swan enclosed within the reeds. And yes, I prayed for you so that you would never be alone. In peace. The next piece deals with taking responsibility. It's called Alive. No, my son, I wasn't there when you were born. No, my son, I wasn't there to hold your mother's hand. I was not a father. I was dead to you. As a boy, my last words to my father were not of love. I was too young to know that I would never see him again. His eyes, I will never forget as he walked away. They are the same eyes that I see now as a man when I look into mirrors on lonely nights. They are sad. They are full. Ashamed, not forgiven. I cursed myself and retreated within, and thus a poet was born. A father is not supposed to die so young. My inheritance is talent for words, but there are none I find to suffice, my son, as I stand before you now, so I plead. I was too young to lose him, and I was too young to receive you. No, my son, I wasn't there when you were born, and no, my son, I wasn't there to hold your mother's hand. I was not a father, I was dead to you. So let it be said that I abandoned you, and let it be said that I was afraid. But you were always loved, my indigo child, too good for this world. Much more than my son to me, you are my inner peace, my redemption. What I lost as a boy, I find anew in you. So forgive me and let me be alive in peace. And the last piece is entitled Woman. It is always the women that suffer the most, for they are the radiant things, loving without measure. The heavens grant but only one gate into existence. You are the passage, carrier of the holy ankh residing between your thighs. You are the worthy one. So make them bow down. Let them worship. Fingernails and backs subdue them easily. Let them die slowly in moans and bated breath. Merge, love them into oblivion. Let them tremble, create life. In peace. Thank you.